Have you ever wondered why the Philippines is upgrading its air bases? It's a question that might not cross your mind often, but it's one worth exploring. It seems a bit odd at first, doesn't it? Why would a country known for its serene beaches and vibrant culture suddenly focus on military enhancements? This island nation, celebrated for its stunning beaches and delicious food, is suddenly bolstering its military capabilities. Why now? What has changed in the geopolitical landscape to prompt such a move? Well, dear reader, the answer lies in the turbulent waters of the South China Sea. This region has become a hotspot for territorial disputes and strategic military maneuvers. This isn't just about a few islands and territorial claims, it's about control over crucial maritime routes and rich natural resources. This is about something much bigger. It's about national security, economic interests, and regional dominance. It's about the balance of power in a region that's becoming increasingly important on the world stage. The Philippines, like many other nations, is positioning itself to protect its interests and assert its sovereignty. Let's dive in, shall we? We'll explore the strategic importance of these upgrades, the potential implications for regional stability, and what it means for the future of the Philippines and its neighbors. The South China Sea sounds lovely, doesn't it? A vast expanse of blue stretching as far as the eye can see. Imagine crystal clear waters, pristine beaches, and, oh yes, a whole lot of tension. Beneath this serene surface lies a cauldron of geopolitical strife. You see, this body of water is more than just a pretty picture. It's a bustling hub of activity with ships crisscrossing its waters day and night. It's a vital shipping route, a potential gold mine of resources, and a geopolitical tinderbox. The South China Sea is one of the busiest maritime regions in the world, with over a third of global shipping passing through its waters. China claims a huge chunk of this sea as its own, drawing lines on maps that look suspiciously like they were drawn by a toddler with a crayon. These lines, known as the 9-dash line, encompass almost the entire South China Sea. But here's the thing. Other countries, including the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan, have their own claims. Each nation believes it has historical and legal rights to parts of this sea, and they're not backing down. These countries have ramped up their military presence, patrolling the waters and asserting their claims. This territorial dispute has been simmering for years, occasionally bubbling over into confrontations and standoffs. Military ships and aircraft from various nations often find themselves in tense face-offs. It's a complex situation with no easy answers. Diplomatic efforts have been made, but finding a resolution that satisfies all parties involved is a monumental challenge. The South China Sea remains a flashpoint, a place where the interests of powerful nations collide, and the stakes are incredibly high. Now, where does the Philippines fit into all of this? Well, imagine a line of islands strategically scattered across the South China Sea, right in the middle of this maritime tug-of-war. That's the Philippines. Its location makes it a key player in the region. Control the Philippines and you control a significant portion of the South China Sea. You control trade routes, access to resources, and a whole lot of strategic leverage. No wonder China is flexing its muscles in the region. China's rise as a global power has been nothing short of remarkable. Over the past few decades, the nation has transformed itself from a primarily agrarian society into a technological and military powerhouse. This rapid ascent has not only reshaped the global economic landscape, but also altered the balance of power in international relations. But with great power comes, well, a tendency to throw your weight around a bit. China's military expansion has been accompanied by a more assertive foreign policy, often causing friction with neighboring countries and raising concerns among global powers. And that's precisely what China has been doing in the South China Sea. They've built artificial islands, militarized existing ones, and established a significant military presence in the region. These actions have not only escalated tensions, but also challenged international maritime laws and sent their Coast Guard vessels to harass fishing boats from other countries, including the Philippines. These confrontations have become a common occurrence, with Chinese vessels often engaging in aggressive maneuvers to assert their claims over disputed waters. It's a clear attempt to assert dominance and intimidate their neighbors. By flexing its military muscle, China aims to solidify its control over the South China Sea, a region rich in resources and strategic importance. The Philippines, however, isn't easily intimidated. Despite the overwhelming might of the Chinese military, the Philippines has shown resilience and determination in defending its territorial waters. They've decided to fight fire with, well, a bit of military modernization themselves. By upgrading their military capabilities, the Philippines aims to bolster its defense and ensure that it can stand up to any potential threats. This move is not just about defense, it's a statement of sovereignty and a message to the world that they will not be easily pushed around. Section 5. Modernization for deterrence. The Philippines' airbase upgrade is all about deterrence. It's about sending a clear message to China. We may be a smaller country, but we won't be bullied. We're watching you, and we're ready to defend ourselves. These upgrades involve everything from lengthening runways to accommodate larger aircraft to acquiring more advanced surveillance and defense systems. It's about making it clear that any aggression towards the Philippines will come at a cost. But it's not just about military might. Section 6. Enhanced surveillance capabilities. A key aspect of the airbase upgrade is the enhancement of surveillance capabilities. Think of it as giving the Philippines a better pair of glasses to see what's happening in its own backyard. With improved radar systems and surveillance aircraft, the Philippines will be able to monitor Chinese activity in the South China Sea more effectively. This will give them a clearer picture of the situation and allow them to respond more quickly to any potential threats. Information, as they say, is power. Section 7. Strengthening regional alliances. The Philippines isn't facing China alone. They have powerful friends, particularly the United States, who share their concerns about China's behavior in the region. The airbase upgrades are also about strengthening these alliances. By improving its military infrastructure, the Philippines is making itself a more valuable partner, capable of hosting joint exercises and providing logistical support. It's a way of saying to its allies, we're in this together. Strength, as they say, lies in numbers. Section 8. A delicate balancing act. The situation in the South China Sea is incredibly complex. The Philippines is walking a tightrope, trying to stand up for its rights while avoiding a full-blown conflict with a much larger and more powerful neighbor. It's a delicate balancing act that requires a cool head, strategic thinking, and a good dose of diplomacy. Too much aggression could provoke a response from China, while too much appeasement could be seen as weakness. Section 9. The power of international cooperation. The South China Sea dispute is not just a regional issue, it has global implications. The world has a vested interest in ensuring freedom of navigation and peaceful resolution of disputes in this vital waterway. International cooperation is essential to prevent the situation from escalating into a larger conflict. Countries around the world need to voice their support for a rules-based order and work together to find a peaceful solution. Diplomacy might be boring, but it's a lot less messy than war. Section 10. Implications for regional stability. The outcome of the South China Sea dispute will have far-reaching consequences for regional stability. If China is allowed to assert its dominance through intimidation and military might, it could embolden other countries with territorial ambitions, leading to a more volatile and unpredictable region. On the other hand, if the Philippines and its allies can successfully deter Chinese aggression and uphold international law, it will set a positive precedent for peaceful conflict resolution in the region. The stakes, as they say, are quite high. Section 11. Stay informed, stay engaged. The situation in the South China Sea is constantly evolving. It's a complex issue with no easy answers. But one thing is clear, the world is watching. Stay informed about the latest developments, engage in constructive dialogue, and support efforts to promote peace and stability in the region. Your voice, however small, can make a difference. Subscribe for more amazing content. Keep wondering.
You have questions in your soul,